Well. Surprise, surprise. Welcome back, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, this afternoon, or this morning, or wherever you are on the globe. That's right, the world is a globe. Today I want to talk about something that I definitely couldn't have predicted. Avengers Endgame director shot 5 different endings. Why do you think they shot 5 different endings? Let's read the shill article. The Russo brothers have shot 5 different endings for Avengers Endgame. Mark Ruffalo revealed the different ending situation during a new interview he participated in with Chris Evans and Karen Gillan. This isn't really too much of a surprise considering how seriously Marvel Studios takes its secrecy. During the production of Infinity War, the cast were not given full scripts, and some of the information placed in bits of the scripts they received were fake. Mark Ruffalo says he shot 5 different endings with the Russo brothers for Avengers Endgame. 5. Why would you shoot 5 endings? I don't know. Anyway, the article goes, but did not mention the other characters who were involved. The Russo brothers and the cast are now out doing press for the upcoming sequel, and everybody is extremely careful not to spoil or leak anything. For some, that's a pretty easy task. For Ruffalo, it's near impossible, he explains. Ruffalo goes on to say, and I quote, I shot like 5 different endings to the movie. I didn't even get the whole script of this movie. I don't know why. The script I did get had dummy scenes in it. He'd been pointing to Chris Evans. Gets married in this. So obviously they had bullshit scenes in the script. You know, I feel like you have to trust your actors. You know, you have to trust your actors to not slip. Okay, it's important the actors understand the story so they can fully grasp the character. I think it's a little bit, I don't know how to put it into words. I just don't like the idea of not giving the actors the script, the goddamn script. Like, the script is the one thing that's the actor's job. Do you know what I mean? That the actor's job is to script study, to scene study, to break it down, to digest it, become the character, understand what's going to happen and why you're making certain decisions. I think it's important and imperative to an actor to have the script. I don't know why they wouldn't give them the full script or give them a script with bullshit characters or bullshit scenes, because then you're just going to be creating ideas in your head that have nothing to do with what's actually going on, and then you're going to fuck up your own character. So I don't like this idea. You know, I'm trying to think of an analogy here. It's kind of like giving having an artist with her or his canvas and paints, and you take away the paints and you say, paint me a beautiful picture. It's like, well, I have the canvas and I know what I want to do, it's in my head, but I can't create it because I don't have that one element. And that's a bit of a rant, so I'm going to continue, sorry. While we're laughing at the idea of Captain America getting married, it actually could happen. As Mark Ruffalo says those words, the camera pans away from Chris Evans and Karen Gillan and points directly at Ruffalo's face. We're not able to see the reaction from the other two, but Evans then goes on to say Ruffalo is a liability for all the spoiling he does. They're really playing this up. I think they're playing this up. They're really making it into like more of a meme that you have Ruffalo and Tom Holland, Spider-Man, they can't keep their mouth shut. They always leak something. And I really believe if you watch the Mark Ruffalo, I think it was on a late night with either Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or one of the Jimmys. He was on one of the late night shows and he slipped up with the ending of Infinity War. And I think that was intentional. I don't think a seasoned actor like himself, who is sworn to such secrecy, is being paid millions of dollars for these movies, would just slip like that. I think it was intentional. So I think this is all. And maybe he's playing it up a little too much. I don't know for sure, but, you know, they're all being told to do these things, to say certain things. Anyway, Avengers Endgame is the most anticipated movie of the year, and there have been many fan theories floating around. One of said theories focuses on Steve Rogers going back in time to reunite with Peggy Carter. Aww, so cute. While others are certain that the character will die, as for Chris Evans, he isn't saying much. During a recent interview, he was asked what it was like wearing the Captain America suit for the last time, and he was careful in the words he chose. Evans prefaced his answer by saying potentially, which is pretty much what all the actors have been coached to say, which is exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just mother effing said. They've all been coached. They've all been told exactly what to say in all these interviews. Avengers Endgame is only a few weeks away from hitting theaters, and it looks like even the stars of the movie aren't exactly sure how everything will work out in the end, if it does at all. Wow. With that being said, will Marvel Studios really leave us with 2 grim movies to an end at Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? It sounds like they could very easily just do that, but we're going to have to wait and see what the Russo brothers decided to do with one of those 5 endings they shot. You can watch the interview with Mark Ruffalo and Chris Evans and Karen Gillan below. So this is very strange that they would shoot 5 endings. I think they shot 5 endings. I think a few reasons. One reason would be just in case something leaked. They could flip a switch and be like, nope, you're wrong. Okay, so 1 is a leak to cover their ass. 2, Captain Marvel. For sure, it was depending on the outcome of Captain Marvel by critics and fans, and I think 3, 4, and 5 were also Captain Marvel. So you have 5 endings. 4 were for Captain Marvel, and 1 was for in case something leaked.